It's savoury, it's rich, it's deep, full of umami. And look at this beef. Look how easy that breaks apart. Right, boys and girls, today we're going to make a beef and broccoli stir fry. But I'm also going to show you how to turn this relatively cheap piece of beef into wonderful tender strips of beef for your stir fry. Because sometimes, like when you make it yourself at home, you slice the beef up, you chuck it in, it's a bit chewy, it's a bit tough. I'm going to show you a way how to make it super soft and tender. It's going to be the tits. So before we get started with the stir fry, right, I must stress the crucial importance of doing your mise en place. Mise en place just basically means chop all your shit up, measure everything out so it's ready to go when you make the stir fry, because there's nothing worse, right? Because stir fries come together like super quick. If you're trying to like chop and dice things up as you're making it, it's going to be stressful as fuck when you're going to go down the takeaway instead. But as always, all these ingredients will be listed below this video in the description, so look out for that. So don't stress that you can't see the ingredients on the screen. First up though, before we do anything else, we're going to velvetise the beef. And what is that, you may ask? I'm going to show you. Don't worry. Okay, first things first, we need to get the beef out of the packet. So what is velvetising? Okay, it's a little trick that, you know, most of your Chinese takeaways use to get, you know, relatively cheap cuts of meat to be nice and soft and tender. And this is how you do it. It's very, very simple. I mean, there's various methods on how to do it, but this is how I do it. First thing we need to do is slice this steak nice and thin. It's kind of fallen into two little bits. And what you want to do is cut it against the grain into nice thin strips. Okay, trim out any little fatty gristly bits as you go. But that is kind of what you're looking for. And once you've sliced up your beef, you're going to get a bowl. Get our beef into there. Okay, and then add to your beef our cornflour, your bicarbonate of soda or baking soda, depending on where you live. It's called two different things, but it's the same stuff. Half a teaspoon of MSG, disco salt. Don't be afraid of it, get it in. I'm gonna add a little splash of dark soy, probably about, I don't know, 2 teaspoons. Get that in there. Half a teaspoon of white pepper. And then just a little splash of water. That'll just kind of help bring it all together. Again, you don't need to be too fussy with that. A couple of teaspoons, I would say, maybe a tablespoon. And then get your paws in there and mix all that together into like a slurry. And then leave that to one side for about 30 minutes to an hour. Some people might be saying, do you need to wash it off? No, if you get the correct measurements right. So for this 220 gram steak, we use like a teaspoon of bicarb. You won't need to wash it off. You won't taste it, it's fine. So if you do your velveting first, leave that to one side for half an hour. That's when you can get on with your chopping and your mise en place. But I've already done that, so I'm gonna chill out for a bit. See you in a bit. Right, so it's been 30 minutes, the beef is now ready to go. You can leave it a bit longer if you want. And I've got everything laid out, okay, ready to go. That's, again, it's crucial. It's gonna come together really fast. So I've got my soy sauce, rice wine and honey in there. Got a hoisin, got our veggies, and I've got some garlic. Now there is ginger in this recipe. I thought I had some, turns out I don't, but I'll just leave it in the recipe. So when you add the garlic, add the ginger at the same time. And of course, we've got a wok. If you haven't got a wok, it's fine, just use like a frying pan or something. You know, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So I'm gonna get that onto a nice high heat. I'm gonna add some plain neutral sunflower oil or veg oil. I'll say a couple of tablespoons. And then that needs to get really, really hot. I think I'm gonna actually open this window because it's gonna get smoky in here, I think. Okay, you can see the wok now. It's getting nice and hot. You can see it smoking. Okay, so now we can go in with our beef. It's going to make a loud noise, so apologies. Oh yeah. Okay, and then give that about 1.5 minutes. Okay, just keep it moving. After about a minute, we're going to just put that beef to one side into a bowl. Back onto the heat, and then go straight in with your onion. And also your broccoli as well. Again, just keep that moving, stir it around. And I'm going to give that, again, a couple of minutes or so. Give it a toss to show off. After a minute or two, go in with the garlic and the ginger as well. That obviously I've forgotten, I didn't have any ginger. Also back in with the beef. Next in with your sugar snap peas, get those in. don't have to add those, but I like them. They add like a nice bit of crunch. The soy sauce, the honey and the rice wine, in it goes. And also your hoisin. Put that in there. Again, keep it moving. Now I don't think you can see, because obviously there's a lot of steam in the way, but that's quite thick at the moment, because obviously the cornstarch, you know, it's on the beef. So we're going to loosen it a little bit. Then we're going to add a bit of water. And use your eye with this, just enough until you've got your desired consistency, really. And move everything around. You shouldn't need any salt in this either, because there's a lot of salt in the soy that we added. Give that probably about a minute or so, and then we're ready to eat. You can dish that into a nice bowl. You can have this with rice, noodles, whatever you want really. Just get that all in there. And then you have a really simple, quick beef and broccoli stir fry. Look, my neighbour's just come round and given me one of her homemade chicken pies. What's in it?
Curry.
Like what kind? Like chicken curry?
Curry chicken.
Oh, it smells heaven. It's still nice and hot too.
Of course. It's just finished.
I'm going to have that for my dinner. I'm going to have that, and then I'll probably have that as well for seconds.
Okay.
I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Yes, that was my neighbours. Well, one of my neighbours, Stephanie, she's lovely. She's like my adopted grandma. Anyway, let's try this beef and broccoli. Let's get a bit of that beef. Go in. It's savoury, it's rich, it's deep, full of umami. And look at this beef. This is what I mean about the beef, look, okay? You know, we're taking that relatively cheap cut. Look how easy that breaks apart. Okay, and that's your velveteen. Beef and broccoli, easy. So if you enjoyed that, please stick a like down below. Leave a comment as well. And also let me know what's your favourite stir fry, because I flipping love them. So let me know your favourites and I might make a video on it. Don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends and family, and stick a like down below. And I'll see your gorgeous faces next time. Bye for now. Bye!